Welcome back to the All Lady Vols show, brought to you by the Lady Vol Booster Club. If you don't know what the Lady Vol Booster Club is, it's a premier NIL collective for all 9 Lady Vol sports. If you subscribe and comment below or use the code ALLLadyVolShow on the LadyVolBoosterClub.com, you'll be entered for a chance to win 15% off your first month's membership. Okay, Lady Vol fans, I know you know it's basketball season, so of course we have to have our first basketball guest, Jewel Spear and Sara Puckett. Welcome to the All Lady Vol show, ladies.
Thanks
How
for
are you
having
guys
us.
doing?
Doing
Great.
Good.
It's an off day. Feeling good.
Yes, you guys got the dub last night. We'll talk about the game and the season, but first, introduce yourself for people who don't know you.
Hi, everyone. I am Sara Puckett. I am a senior. Sad face. I've been here all 3 years, and I am a forward. And my major is kinesiology, so I want to play in the WNBA and be a physical therapist.
Period. As you should.
I'm Jewel Spear. I'm from La Colony, Texas. This is my graduate year here. My second year here at Tennessee, transferred in from Wake Forest, and I got my undergrad in journalism because I want to do sports broadcasting, and currently doing my master's in agricultural leadership.
Awesome. Wow, we have some smart ladies. WNBA and what did you say?
Physical therapist.
Oh, wow.
Jewel wants to go to the league, too. I don't know why she didn't say that.
I feel like that's the goal. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be the goal, but she didn't have to say it.
Yeah.
You said this is your senior year. Do you have another year, like a COVID year? Or
No, see, that stops with, like, Jules, like, their group now. Like, they're the last ones with that COVID year for the 5th year or whatever. So I'm, like...
It
my
feels
4th
weird.
year
Doesn't
I've
it feel
been
like
out.
you need an extra year?
Yeah,
Because
it
for my
does.
class, it was last year because the spring for softball got their year. Anyways, I didn't get it, and I was like, I feel like I deserve that 5th year. Because everyone has
That's
it.
how
but-
we feel, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, Jewel, you said you came from Wake Forest. So let's kind of get into why you chose Tennessee. When you put your name in the transfer portal, what about Tennessee brought you here?
I'd say it's a historic program. I knew that they win a lot here, and I'd have a chance to play on a bigger stage and compete for a national championship. So,
Wow, you have the answer. Like, I know you probably got
down,
that.
yes.
And then Sara, you're straight out of high school, came here,
Yeah.
and you haven't changed your decision, obviously. Why did you choose Tennessee to begin with?
Yeah, it was the same. It was just the legacy of the school. Just I want to be a part of that, or I wanted to be a part of it at the time, and so now I've been able to build onto the legacy, and I'm still a part of it, and so I'm living my own at this point, and so I just really love the university, just the school in general. Great education, great fan base, and so I just love it all.
Like she said, the legacy, and that's what the All Lady Vols show tries to encompass, is like the legacy from past and present athletes and bringing them together. But like I said earlier in the show, it's sponsored by the Lady Vol Booster Club, and these two ladies are a part of the Lady Vol Booster Club and have been since they've been here. So to start off, what does the Lady Vol Booster Club mean to you guys individually?
Yeah, to me, I mean, I've been in the Lady Vol Booster Club since my freshman year. I was here when it started back, and so I'm really thankful and grateful for it because it's allowed me to, meet so many fans and for people to understand and get to know like who I am as a person rather than just see me on the court, and they like know who they're cheering for. And also just it's allowed me to have many great connections with, like AT&T. I've done a sponsorship with like some bigger brands like that. And then the last thing I would say is just it gets me some money in my pocket for physical therapy school, just because I unfortunately will not get a lot of that paid for. And so that's a really positive thing for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's special. Sara hit on mostly everything, but I would say like just building connections outside of basketball and allowing, other people to see you off the court, and allow them to just understand who you are as a person. But I would also say like connecting with other athletes, like softball players, volleyball players, and seeing them in their sport as well. So supporting them, but also giving us opportunities to connect with other people and other kids in the community that look up to us.
I think the connection is like the most important part, because when a lot of people who are outsiders think of NIL, they think of it as just like getting a check. And I think the Lady Vol Booster Club, specifically during my journey, and I know for you guys, it's like interaction. You're actually doing things that benefit the community and getting something in return. You're not just getting a check, if that makes sense. Like, if you sign up and become a member, you have chances to meet them. You have exclusive invites to special events, exclusive apparel. I'm wearing Lady Vol Booster Club shirt. Like, it's more than just athletes getting paid. It's getting to meet people and engage with the people that support us. But I think you nailed it on the head with that. Obviously, we're in basketball season, and that's why you guys are here. You guys played MTSU last night. When this airs, it will be a little bit more into the season. But MTSU last night, take me through that game, kind of what was going right, what wasn't. Let's be honest, some things weren't going great. That was like your smallest margin of win, if that's how you say it. Smallest margin in victory-wise. You guys have been destroying people, scoring like over 100 points. But last night, it was only like a less than 20-point difference. So like, take me through that game from y'all's perspective.
Yeah, I think just the preparation into the game was like, it was a get-back game for us, and we all knew that. And Kim knew that, and we all wanted to win. And so I feel like our preparation was very good. We knew the scout, we knew their plays, we knew exactly what we needed to do to win, and Kim put us in the right position to do that. And so getting into the game, we started off a little bit rocky, but like, we have a great mentality as a team, and so we just keep that calm, cool, and collected look about us, and we just bounce right back. And I feel like anytime adversity was thrown our way during the game, like, we just continued to be ourselves and just lean on each other, and it eventually got us the win.
Why did you say get back game? Had you guys lost?
So last year we lost to them. It was neutral site in Alabama. And so that's the first time we had lost to them in like a couple years.
Sure. Yeah.
And so it was a new team, of course, last night that they had seen, and so it was just good to get the win.
Yeah. Did you ever think about going to Alabama, being an Alabama girl, right?
Yeah.
Like, you chose Tennessee over schools closer to your house, obviously. So did you ever think about going to Alabama?
I mean, I definitely got offers from every school in Alabama, Alabama, Auburn, and then some smaller schools as well. But I had a lot of other Power 5 schools that I was interested in, and Tennessee just took it by the wheel immediately. So I grew up a Tennessee fan. I came to a game whenever I was 13, watched Pat Summitt coach and everything, and so...
Dang, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I just wanted to be here.
I feel like we're reaching the age where recruits aren't going to have those same stories of like, I got to watch Pat Summitt coach. But you guys kind of have a unique journey in the sense that you had a different coach for 3 years, for a year, and then you saw that transition with Coach Kim. So I kind of want to know, like, last year when there was a coaching change and you met Coach Kim for the first time, like, what was your initial reaction with her? Because I remember her press conference from as an outsider. Like, what was that moment like for you guys?
I'd say, like, I knew she was about business. Like, because I remember her press conference, like, just the answers that she was giving, like, very direct, and she just was very authentic and just sticking to who she is as a person, and she continues to do that now. So I know, like, she's about business, but she's also very, like, a goofy person, and we're getting to see, like, her personality now. But I'd say the main thing is she's about business, and she's always going to take up for us.
Yes. She's a competitor. She's very confident, and she just has, like, a winning mentality, and she set the standard as soon as she got here, and if we don't reach it, then we get consequences. And so we've started that player accountability, which she really harps on a lot, and so I think she's gonna be great.
Yeah, I like how you guys talked about like accountability and stuff. I kind of want to talk about what you mentioned, like her personality off the court, like as a person, not just a coach. You said she's like goofy, which I don't get that. Like watching her coach and her press conferences, like I don't get that. So like, when do you see that side of her? When does the goofiness or like that part of her come out?
In practice. In practice, or like if we're doing team building or just different stuff like that. Like she just allows us to be ourselves, and she is herself. So she's goofy. Like not a lot of people get to see that side of her, but we appreciate it because it allows it, like the mood just to be kind of like relaxed and not so tense. And I think we enjoy it because like we know how she is off the court, but we also know like when it's time to play a game, like we're all about business, but we know we can joke around when we're off the court.
Yeah, she be saying some slick comments in practice, man. I mean, but it's funny. Like, it's not like mean or anything. It's just very, lighthearted, and like it just keeps the mood very positive during practice and everything whenever things are going bad. And so we just really appreciate that she's real with us, so we can be real with her.
Let's talk about practice, because I have a few friends on the team, and I know it has not been an easy summer, off season, and then obviously now you guys are playing. How tough are your practices? Like, how much do you run? We'll get into like your style of play, especially like the full court press, but like, how is practice for y'all? Or should I say like your day-to-day schedule? Like, how does that look?
A day-to-day schedule, like we lift like 2 days a week. But practices, of course, it's 6 days a week now. So, like, we're running, like,
5 miles.
4.5, 5 miles every day now still. And it used to be, like, 6 or 7, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was close to 6, like, in the preseason. Like, it
wow.
was 6
Were you
miles.
guys tracking it, like on a...
Yeah, we have little checkers.
Yeah. So we have, like,
gosh.
little connects on things that we put in, like, our bra or something. And it tracks, like, how many miles we go, how fast we go. Like our power output, like a lot of different like technical things. And so it's fun to see, like we'll literally go over there after practice and see who ran the most miles, like see who ran the fastest. And so that's where we're at right now. But yeah, I mean, Jewel can attest to it too. Like the summer was probably the craziest things we've ever done conditioning wise. And we knew it was to get us to where we are today, like prepare us for games so that we can just consistently be in shape. But it was very, very hard. It was kind of surprising, but I mean, we got through it together. So.
Yeah, and I'd say like people always say practices should be harder than your games, and we truly believe that because our practices feel like games. So I say we play like 6 games a week and then 1 practice. Yeah. Not because it's easy or anything, but just like the load amount that we're talking about.
There's probably a few people out there who haven't seen you guys play this year because it's so early in the season, and I'm like asking questions about why your practice is so hard. So if you could explain to me and them, like, why do your practices have to be that hard? Like, what is your style of play that makes you have to be prepared in that way?
We play so fast. Like offensively, we're trying to score so fast, but defensively, we're trying to turn people over. So we're trying to get the ball right back. So you have to be in shape because you're constantly changing direction. You're constantly going fast. We're never walking the ball up the floor. It's never anything slow. So that's why we also sub a lot too, to keep fresh legs, keep people fresh and ready to go into the game. So
the subbing, like you guys are subbing 5 people in at a time. That's something that like is unusual and like just different. Do you guys like that, or is it something you've had to adjust and you're not like you weren't a big fan of it, or you think it's essential? Like, how do you feel about you're constantly getting in and out the game?
Yeah, I think I definitely, like personally, like I've had to adjust to it just because I haven't played that style of basketball before. But I mean, that's how I knew it was going to be, like coming in. And Kim was very straightforward with us with how it was going to be. And so just adjusting to that mentally is what I had to do. But I feel like, I'm kind of getting in the groove of it, and it makes sense to play that way with how fast, like Jewel just said, like we want to play, and how many more shots up we want to get than the other team, how many more rebounds we want to have than the other team. And so to be able to do that, we've got to stay fresh, and we've got to be able to have a deep bench to where we can play that many people at this high level. So
yeah, I'd pretty much say the same thing. It was definitely an adjustment for me because like at my last school and then last year, I played like a lot of minutes at a time. But, going in and out, that is an adjustment. But like she said, Coach Kim told us straightforward. So it wasn't like a surprise to any of us. Yeah. We knew it going into the games, going to practices, and we've done it multiple times. So it's definitely been an adjustment and something that we've all had to adjust to. But I think over time it's going to get better.
Okay. Last question before we kind of move into a special challenge. But you guys were the 2 that Coach Kim selected to go to SEC Media Day, which is like the glitz, the glam, and also like the face of the team. So can you guys tell me a little bit about what SEC Media Day is, and then what does that mean to you that like in her first year, like her era, you guys are like standing there right by her side?
Yeah, I mean, SEC Media Day, like we did so many different things. We've had like some social media, we had pictures, we had like me and like Jewel was sitting up there with the people on stage, and I had a TV interview, and it was just this whole big thing. And then we talked to local media people, like anybody could ask us questions. So it's a whole bunch of media. I mean, that's it is what it
Kind of
says
in
it
the
is.
title, SEC.
Like there was just a lot of talking,
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun. We got to see like some friends that we've had through the SEC on different teams and everything. So it was cool in that aspect. But I mean, it was just an honor for me personally that, you know, Kim chose me as one of the two to go, just because I've put in so much work, and I took on that leadership role this year, being one of the seniors. And so I'm glad like she saw that.
Yeah.
I think it's special because, you know, me and Sara returned, even though we knew we were going to have a new coach, and we didn't know exactly what we were getting into. Like, you know, even the new players didn't know exactly what we were getting into, but we knew at the end of the day that we have to be leaders on this team. Sara's been here for 4 years now. This is my second year here, but we've both been playing basketball for a while. So basketball is basketball, and it's just important to have leaders on your team because it makes the transition so much easier, and it just makes I think everybody get along a little bit better because you know what you have to do, you know your role on the team. So I think it was special when she selected both of us. I don't want to say I was like too surprised, but because she's been Sara's been a really good leader, you know, very vocal and holding people accountable. And I think I'm a person that can be vocal at times, but likes to show by example. So I think it's just like a 1-2 punch there when it comes to our leadership.
Yeah, I love it. 1-2 punch. I'm very grateful that you guys chose to stay. That's not an easy thing to do, especially going into your last season.